Hey everybody, so Melissa here. I just wanted to to start doing some motivational live posts. So I was reading a quote today and it basically says that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. And that's by Charles R. Swindoll. So basically, again, so life is 10% of what happens to us. So kind of like the things that are happening and going on in our life, just different situations, whether it be relational, which is social, financial, just spiritual, just different things that happen to us, and 90% of how we react to it. So I was reading it and I was like, it kind of goes along with, what I believe, which is, different things that happen to us. The outcome really depends on how we're thinking about it, how we choose to respond to it. Because again, we have a choice to to kind of think about things in different ways so that we can choose to think about the same exact situation one way, which would make us, angry and upset versus thinking about the same exact situation in another way. So, for example, let's pretend that, I don't know, let's say that you go into work and your boss calls you into the office and says, hey, listen, we're having a lot of budget cuts and your position right now is no longer needed because we're able to have one person cover, two different positions, which includes yours. So, we're really sorry. Unfortunately, we no longer need you. Now, you can think of that situation in one way and say to yourself, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I have my family to feed. I need to pay my house. I need to get clothes. Like, what am I going to do? This is my livelihood. What am I going to do? I can't believe this. The world is just so bad. Everybody's against me. If you're having those thoughts, you're more likely to get really down on yourself, feeling really mad, really upset, really sad, maybe hurts, disappointed. And, having that mindset, I'm never going to be able to do anything now, then you may actually just kind of recoil, maybe possibly go into a depression and just kind of, crawl into yourself versus same exact situation to where, the boss says, I'm really sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. And, of course, it's natural to feel upset, to feel hurt, disappointed, and sad. But do you stay with those feelings or do you kind of, change your mindset and say, you know what, this is an awful thing that's happening to me right now. How can I make this work for me? What can I do? Is there any other opportunity? Or did I have a passion inside of me that I've always wanted to do, but this was holding me back? At least I will be able to get unemployment right now as I'm deciding to figure it out. At least, I can go back to school, during this time while I'm on unemployment to be able to pursue something I really want to. Whatever it is that can really, for yourself, that could be something that's more positive as opposed to kind of, just crawling into the shell thinking that, now you're just doomed, like nothing can ever work or get better. So that second line of thinking would allow you to really be able to kind of move past, the initial shock. I'm sure it would be a shock, the initial shock of kind of losing your job and just thinking about it on the bright side. Who knows? You can say to yourself, you know what? I don't know what's in store for me. Everything happens for a reason in life. So let me just try to look at, how I can deal with this in the most effective and beneficial way. So that's just an example. Of course, there's a lot of different situations out there that happen to us. But again, it's really about how we're reacting and responding to it. If you're a parent, maybe your child did something wrong. Maybe you just finished folding up all their clothes and they went through and just kind of made a mess out of it. And, you either fly off the handle and you're just like, why are you doing this? You know that this frustrates me, so why are you trying to do this to me? And getting mad, upset, instead of, or say, what, in your minds, well, they're just being a kid, so let me just give them their consequence, and, that be it. Move on. So, again, life is just about how we choose to look at the situations that present itself. So my Monday motivation for you is to think about if you have a current situation in your life that you're facing that's kind of challenging. I want to challenge you to look at it a little bit differently. Take a little bit of a step back and ask yourself, how can I look at this situation in a more positive way? And that'll help you take some positive forward steps in dealing with that situation. All right, so you've been challenged, and this is your Motivational Monday with Melissa at Morning Joy. Thank you. Bye bye.